What is up everyone, welcome back to Mainly Movies, the channel where we talk about, well, mainly movies. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 favourite thrillers of all time. So let's jump right into it. Starting off at number 5, we have Seven, Damn Window. So directed by David Fincher, stars Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. This film is a very, very disturbing, suspenseful thriller. This movie has also inspired me to become a filmmaker, and David Fincher is one of the best thriller directors out there. But this one tops all of his movies for me. Maybe not Zodiac, I do like Zodiac, but I feel like this movie might be just a bit better than Zodiac. But the performances in this movie are really good, and it keeps you on edge throughout the whole movie. Another funny thing about that movie is I knew Kevin Spacey was in the film, but when I watched the DVD of it ages ago, there was no Kevin Spacey on it, but I knew Kevin Spacey was in it, and I kept thinking to myself, where's Kevin Spacey? I swear he's in this movie. And then he's the whole twist of the movie that Kevin Spacey is the killer. It really got under my skin, that movie, and the performances, like I said, are just terrific, especially by Kevin Spacey. So at number 4 we have Enemy, directed by Denis Villeneuve, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. This movie, the reason why I love this movie so much is because of its ambiguity. It doesn't explain a lot. There's a lot of things that confuse people, and there's a lot of things that still confuse me. And there's a lot of things that I'm still not going to be able to figure out about the movie, but it's still an enjoyable film, and it's a movie that's so tense that it just kind of brings you to your core, and it kind of gets gross at sometimes, but definitely not in a bad way, in a way that intrigues you. If you haven't watched Enemy, which is a highly underrated film, I definitely recommend checking it out. It is a good one. Coming up at number 3 we have Argo, which is directed by Ben Affleck and stars Ben Affleck. This movie was a movie, the first time I watched it I didn't actually understand it. Because it's kind of a political thriller that I didn't really understand it that much, but the more I watched it, the more I understood it, and I feel like it's up there with one of the greatest thrillers. And I'm pretty sure that movie did win an Academy Award in the year it came out, which was 2013. I'm pretty sure it won an Academy Award. Yeah, I think it won Best Picture. And if it did, it definitely deserves it because it is a very, very suspenseful thriller. And it's a movie that kind of gets you on the edge of your seat without action or without big explosions or anything. It's a really tense movie, and I definitely recommend watching it. At number 2 we have an Alfred Hitchcock movie, the movie called Rear Window, starring James Stewart. This is a movie that I only recently just picked up, and a movie that I recently just watched, and I feel like it is one of my favourite thrillers. It's a movie that came out in 1954. This movie came out in 1954, and you can still learn a lot about suspense and how to build suspense by just watching this film. Alfred Hitchcock, he's a master at building suspense, we all know that, but this movie really proves it because of the scenery and the way this movie is shot and the edits. The edits is something, the editing in that movie is phenomenal. I couldn't believe how good the editing was in that film. The long takes, the wide camera angle lenses, it all proves to be one of the greatest thrillers of all time. Also, the performance by James Stewart in that movie is immaculate. It also has one of my favourite plots, which is a guy who broke his leg, who is looking through a window and is finding out more and more about this murder that might be going on in the neighbourhood. At number 1, we have my number 1 favourite thriller of all time, directed by Denis Villeneuve, and that is Prisoner. Now, again, this stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman, and is by far one of the most suspenseful and one of the most disturbing thrillers that I have watched. The movie really gets under your skin. The scenery, the darkness of the movie, it really puts you into this kind of disturbing nature, and you really get frustrated because there's so much that the characters want to do, but they can't. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I don't really want to spoil it, because if you haven't seen it, you definitely got to check it out, because it is by far one of my favourite thrillers of all time. Actually, sorry, it is my favourite thriller of all time. So guys, that's my top 5 favourite thriller movies of all time. Just like in my top 5 favourite action movie video, I mentioned that if you have a list of your favourite action movies, thriller movies, just put them down in the comments below, and I'd love to see what your top 5 or top 10 or whatever your favourite thrillers of all time are. I am really interested to see what your guys' favourite thrillers are. So guys, if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.